So I like to, first of all, do like an annual analysis of the entire ecosystem and to review all the different startups, the investors and big tech companies in this space, and look at what everyone is doing and put it online for everyone to see. Because that is one thing that I think really helps all of us. I think boosting the visibility and really making our presence known and basically telling the world what an amazing ecosystem this is one thing that I'm incredibly proud that I have the privilege of doing.
At ARP, we've created something called the AgeTech Collaborative, and it was born out of our work with startups. So we've worked with over 100 startups in the last 5 or 6 years, and we needed a mechanism to engage those startups with the broader ecosystem, with investors, with test beds, with enterprises, and even what we call business services. And so the idea was ARP can leverage its superpower.
For the past 21 years, I've been doing market-leading events where we bring the ecosystem together. The ecosystem we have learned is to identify the nonprofit organizations that have the trust of older adults like ARP and US Aging, to identify the corporations that have a vested interest in the market, companies that are in home care and senior housing like Human Good and Silverado, and then to look at the entrepreneurs that are really dedicating their life to building businesses in the market. And then there are the investors, then to look at the incubators and the universities.
Our ecosystem includes our deal flow network of well over 100 partners from leading accelerators such as Techstars, 500 startups, and the like. It includes members of academia, healthcare organizations, distribution partners, procurement providers. We also have a trial site network. So we can trial things right on campus at Baycrest, which is fantastic with having long-term care and hospital right on site at Baycrest and about 1,800 residents.
Our ecosystem at University of Pittsburgh is characterized by interdisciplinary collaboration among different researchers, the cutting edge research, and also the partnerships with industry, academia, and the healthcare organizations. So at the heart of our ecosystem are obviously dedicated researchers and professionals who come from diverse backgrounds, who are coming from health informatics, engineering, and a team of clinicians and aging studies. And then we have strong support from external organizations and funding agencies, and also our partnering health system, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, as a strong healthcare organization for us to partner with to develop AgeTech solutions together.
と実験工房としてのフューチャーケアラボを持っております。これらに対して資本を出資する側としての損保ホールディングス、実験の場の提供としての損保ケア、これらが有機的なエコシステムを構築し、エイジテックの開発を進めているところであります。
We introduce on average 10 companies for each startup, and matching percentage is 72%. Because of these KPIs, startup satisfaction is as high as 44.5 out of 5. As I mentioned, what we require for startup is two things. They need to be overseas oriented. For global startups, they need to have strong interest in business in Japan. And for Japanese startups, strong interest in business outside Japan.
While building a global startup community in Shibuya, Tokyo, were backed by the city government and big corporations in Japan. We welcome the international AgeTech founders to enter and grow in the Japanese market. We offer assistance with visa, legal, accounting, workspace, banking, go-to-market strategy, proof of concept, and corporate partnerships in Japan.
I think the reality is that right now, ecosystem is extremely important word and concept for those in aging and longevity to grasp. And I think we've moved away from the siloed development of solutions and products. So I'm spending a lot of time looking at global efforts around systems change and longevity, and spending quite a lot of time right now on things like behavior change, where if we're going to see significant impact and significant change in longevity for the long term at a systems level, we need to really bring the behavior change perspective.
Aging Asia has been around for 14 years now. And through the years, we've observed many different trends in the global elder care space. And AgeTech is one of the up and coming as well as leading trends that we've been focusing on. In order to help our ecosystem, we organize a regular pitch forum at the World Aging Festival, where startups can showcase their products to judges selected from not just Asia Pacific, but also around the world. Across the board, we have access into B2B2C communities, representing user groups of between 10,000 to 20,000 in Asia.
In Taiwan, actually, from the perspective of a startup ecosystem, actually, we do have a lot of collaboration with Japan in this year. So
I have three main areas where I work to really promote the development and really to trying to get with the other people, build this ecosystem here in Portugal. The first one is my company, 40 Plus Lab. We're the first strategic consultancy company here in Portugal, 100% at the beginning dedicated to aging, and nowadays more dedicated to longevity. The second one is I belong to Aging 2.0 Global Network. I'm an ambassador of the Lisbon chapter. And the third one is the newest, is Age Friendly Portugal Business Association. It's also a result of a long time talking globally with people, understanding the strategy of many countries. We see this longevity and aging area as a very interesting way to develop our economy.
And my personal view on this is also what I think is very, very common, is the sooner you launch, the better, because you're never going to be incredibly proud of your first version that you've launched in hindsight. But the sooner you launch, the sooner you get your product in the hands of real paying users, the sooner you will get real honest feedback on what you did right and what you did wrong. And that will enable you to iterate faster and basically accelerate your journey towards product market fit.
Somebody has to convene and bring those folks together and create opportunity. So one of the things we talk about all the time is a category called test beds. And a test bed is nothing more than any organization that is willing to work with a startup and pilot the technology or the product or service, because they need that in order to validate their offering, refine their offering, and then grow.
Well, I would say look for co-creators. So look for people who are extremely close to the customer, and they will tell you right from the start whether this innovation is going to work. They will also guide you to who are the real people who know how to get things done.
So that's why I said with CADB, with things like our MC squared program, it stands for exactly that. It's mentorship, capital, and continuation. So companies do need money to help these things spur along, but more than that, if you can provide strategic money, strategic capital, which is what we try to do, and all the resources and acceleration tools that go alongside with it, really help speed the time from market access to uptake.
This health industry is, very conservative in nature. So what I envision is we really out to look for ways to encourage interdisciplinary collaboration that is between researchers at the university, engineers at the industry, and also active involvement from healthcare systems and healthcare providers themselves to ensure that AgeTech products are not only just something that is developed for the technical piece of it, technical expertise of it, but something that is very user-friendly and effective and that can make an actual impact.
The awareness about the impact of an aging society in our near future is not balanced in all the countries in the world. Japan represents a unique case in the world where the problem of an aging society is well rooted in the awareness of the population, and where the support of technology represents a valid direction for alleviating problems. So Japan started at the right time. Other countries are late. The economic impact of the pension system for the increasing number of the retired people because of their longevity is the first alarm for many government administrations, and no investment have been done to transfer international results of the topic on the production system. For instance, the development of digital solutions.
イノベーションを起こすためには、やはりそのイノベーターの出現と、イノベーターのエイジテックに対する積極的な取り組みが必要となります。
I think it's now we have a chance to have a global trends in challenging technology and solution markets, and we have a technological perspective based on HR itself and the universities and SMEs, and we have now a group of consultants, enterprises, investors, so on, which they have our marketing perspective. So by combining these perspectives, we can do much better.
AgeTech is a global movement, and individual ecosystems could do a better job of communicating with the global players.
There are some fantastic insights and data about intergenerational teams and engaging inclusivity as a part of the ESG agenda. which often doesn't really include sort of ageism and intergenerational discussions as much as it should.
Can you prove this particular product is going to make money? And how much can you bring it to market at? What is the cost? Governments around Asia Pacific have increasingly prepared funding opportunities for good products that are ready in the market.
I think to have the parties to parties collaboration, the trust is the first thing, and we have to know each other what we are doing and think how we can collaborate and make it happen.
We have seen a boom of real estate dedicated to age and longevity. And in fact, one of the projects we are also involved, it's almost like a small city dedicated to aging. And what they do is bringing a lot of innovation